Lewis with Cheryl with Charlotte, where emphasis is placed on finding balance in relationships. I am the creator and host, and I want to thank you for tuning in to this particular new episode, new topic. And I am excited about this one. This is one truly that I think is worthy of discussing, worthy of bringing to light. But first, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you with your ideas, challenge you with how you define peace. And that's P-E-A-C-E. And I want you to think about that. But let me share with you when I think I'm in a place of peace, what that means to me. What's my idea? It's when everything is in a place of calmness. Or it's in a place of quietness. There's no drama, there's no conflict. There's just a place of just where you just feel good. It's like when I go down to the country, and country, of course, is nothing like the city. I feel a sense of peace every time I go down there. Because there's a stillness to it. There's a calmness to me of being in the country. Or when I go on my walks, and sometimes it's even before daylight, and there's a stillness in the air, and you look around, you're out there. My husband not with me, I may be out there by myself, but either way, we're in a place of peace. I'm in a place of peace. There's a stillness, there's a calmness. There's no conflicts. There is nothing that's creating chaos or anything like that, but it's a feel-good place to be in a place of peace. Now, I don't know what your definition or how you view when you're in a place of peace. I'm just sharing with you for me. But I want to look at peace in a different light. I want to look at peace when it comes to relationships. So this particular episode is titled, Peace Does Not Always Mean an Absence of Conflict. Real peace requires real conversation. I want you to really think about that. Because I want you to think about your relationship or the one, whether it's present, past, or whichever. And I want you to think, were you ever in a place of peace? And if you were, what did that feel like for you? Were you in a place of peace with the relationship? Were you in a place where there was a quietness? You come home and there's a quietness, there's a calmness. There's no conflict. There's no arguments, no disagreement. It's peace. And you're in a place of like, wow, with this great relationship I have with my significant other, my spouse. It's beautiful. We don't argue. We don't get into it. We don't have these moments where we're having some heated discussion, or he's calling me out about something, or he got a problem with me about something, or she got a problem with me about something. We just get along. We have the most perfect relationship because we just fit so well with each other. We don't argue. Matter of fact, I don't even remember the last time I even had a disagreement. He adores me. She adores me. And it's just in a place of just peace. I go home and I feel peace. Now, that may be true with some of you, what I just described. And that may be legit to some degree. I'm just saying. But it doesn't always mean the absence of conflict. And I want to talk to you as to what that means. Have you ever been where you really need to say something but didn't say something? Have you ever been that you wanted your voice to be heard but you muted your own voice? Because there's a lot of people, matter of fact, there's 80%. That's what the survey said. 80% of people, American people, fit into that category of what they call conflict avoidance. These are people who avoid conflicts. And to avoid conflicts, you have to say nothing or do nothing. You keep it all to yourself. You don't want to reveal the real truth of what you feel or what you're thinking, because that may create conflict. So I'm going to keep this to myself. So some of you may be going home, or you may be in a relationship where you think everything is great and we in this really great relationship. But I'm not talking about just peace. I'm talking about, but are you in real peace? Because you can't have real peace without real conversation. Because if you don't have those real conversations, you're not really being true to yourself, and you're not revealing your true self to whomever you're with. Because you're saying, it's not worth the trouble. I don't want to create conflicts. It's all it's going to do is stir up trouble, and I don't want to go there. But all that does is just create a mountain load of how often you put yourself in that position where you do not speak up or you do not speak out. And you fooling the other person to believe that you're in this peaceful relationship, and that is so grand and it's so good and we connect so well. That's why a lot of times people get blindsided. I mean, blindsided in a relationship. And they would say stuff like, but I thought we were good. I don't understand why he left. I don't understand why she left. We were good. We don't argue. There's peace between us. We get along. And I'm just saying it's not always the case. Because there's a lot of people who fit into that category of being conflict avoidance. I was one. And if you've seen my or heard my episodes previously, I'm very transparent. I was that person. I was in a place of conflict avoidance. Don't say nothing, don't do nothing, just go along to get along. But it was killing me from the inside. And the more it was killing me from the inside, the more it detached me from the relationship. That's why you have to be careful. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a great relationship. I can't say that person could be perfect for you. But let me tell you something. Bottom line is, we are imperfect people. We come with stuff. We come with baggage. We come with stuff that we haven't yet unpacked. We come with stuff. So even though there's a lot of things someone could love about you, I just find it truly hard to believe that they love everything about you. Everything. Now, some things we tolerate. Some things we can deal with and just put up with. But sometimes there are things you just have to speak on. And if you never speak on those things, then you truly are in a place. It's just like you have on this mask that your partner, your significant other, your spouse, whatever, cannot properly reach you because you do not reveal your truth. And that's not good. So while you're thinking there's no conflict, there's a lot of conflict that's going on, but you're ignorant to it because it hadn't yet been revealed to you, because it's been hidden from you. And people, you've been always taught, don't get into conflict with people. Avoid conflict. And I'm telling you, that is not the case when you're in a relationship. Because conflict, I want you to think about this. Conflict is the bridge to understanding. If you don't have conflict, then how do I really know and understand your mind and your heart? Because you don't share that with me. I want to know you. You want to know your person. And the only way to know your person is to be transparent with whomever you are. But if you're walking around in fear, you're walking around that you don't want to create any disturbance, you don't want to put a rift in the water because you want the calmness If you're concentrating only on the calmness of your relationship, but not the growth of your relationship, then you're truly missing the mark. Because conflicts grows the relationship, but it only grows the relationship if it's properly handled. It grows the relationship. I want you to think about the fact that being out in the world, and if everything in your life was perfect, how much growth would there be? But because God give us our trials, He give us our tribulations, He give us our hardship, He give us our moments so that we can see Him. He give us our moment so we truly need Him, that we are dependent on Him. But through our trials and our tribulation, we grow. Well, it's the same thing in a relationship. If you don't allow the conflicts, if you don't allow true discussions, if you truly do not allow yourself to speak up and to speak out, you never, never, never grow the relationship. You truly have a relationship built on false pretense as to what it truly is. And that's again why a lot of times people leave and you left blindsided because you didn't see it coming. But those real conversations for real peace in your relationship matters. It matters. And don't be afraid. And if your relationship is that fragile, then something is wrong with the relationship. Because it's going to grow the relationship if you properly have those conversations. Because those conversations have to be one where, first, transparency, one of respect, one where you're listening, not just hearing, but listening, one that you're allowing the person to really speak. You don't talk over them. One that also, if you can get out of your own way, then it won't be about one that you're always accusing, but one where you're speaking from your heart and your mind as to what you feel. But if you go into the relationship trying to talk to your partner and put it all on the line, but you come with attitude, then the person you're speaking to is got to get in that defense mode because you're coming, your body language, your tone is off. But you come respectfully and not pointing fingers. I want to talk to you because you. No. I want you to say things like, I like to talk to you because this is what I'm feeling. I want you to feel where I am. I want to share with you what I'm thinking, but also what I'm feeling. Because if you come in with that stance of this is what you did and I didn't like what you did, or then you already gonna put the person on the defense. It's just a way to communicate without having to feel like every word you say is gonna be one that's gonna be ridiculed, it's gonna be one that is challenged. But in order for you to feel safe, and that's the other thing, are you creating a safe space for that communication, for that real conversation? Because some of you already know you got a problem, and we're gonna keep it real. You already know that as soon as they open their mouth, you already ready to say something. But I want you to think about something. And that is, do you always gotta be right? Do you always got to be right? So you're already geared up. But that's not what's important. Being right always is not important. What's important is what you value. That's what's important. Do you value the relationship? Do you value the outcome of this discussion? Do you value that you want to be in a place of with this person that you're with to where you both are good together? Or is it more about you than it's about the situation? Because if it's about you, you're the big elephant in the room. It's not the situation that was brought to you. You make yourself bigger than the conversation. So to you, the conversation is small. And then you wonder why people don't want to talk to you or bring their feelings and put it on the line because they already know you're on the attack. That's not good. But just because your home is quiet, just because your home feels calm, just because your home has no conflicts or they're extremely limited, I'm telling you, it does not always mean that there is an absence of conflicts. Are you asking? And if you're asking, do you really want to know? Because sometimes you're asking, but you don't really want to know the truth. And if you're asking, you got to be prepared for what's stated and what's said. But transparency is all part of how you grow in a relationship. But we've been taught to avoid the conflict. And I'm telling you, conflict is not a bad thing. It's not the enemy in your relationship unless you deal with it in a manner that's unhealthy. But conflict is not the enemy. Conflict is really your friend in a relationship. Because through conflicts, you learn understanding of what's really going on with that person. I understand where you are. Now that you shared that with me, I never knew. If you had told me this a while back, then I could have done something differently. Because it creates that understanding. Because there's no longer silence. There's no longer conflict avoidance. We're putting it on the table. We're bringing it home. Because I value this relationship. Don't run. I'm telling you, don't run because there's conflict. There's no need to run. But how do you handle it? How do you handle disagreement? How do you handle that? Do you retreat? Do you threaten? Do you bash the other person? Do you beat them up with your words? Do you make them regret the fact that they ever brought it to you? But the communication, if you want real peace in your relationship, real peace, it requires real conversations. Because a lot of us don't want to talk. And let me tell you the sad thing. And I always say this, and that's because I really mean it. Man is just terrible with relationship. When they did a survey, they said 65% of the people said they would leave a relationship because of just bad communication. 65% said that. They only leave 35% that would leave, but 65% said it ain't worth me staying in it. Because communication, real communication is critical to the growth of your relationship. It's critical to how you guys cohabitate, how you grow together, because if not, you're going to grow apart. But that real conversation is powerful. I love it when my husband and I, when we sit down and we truly talk and we ask those hard questions. I've shared with you before that we've gone to counseling, but what I love, what the counselor left with me, what he would just say, ask your partner, how did we do today? Or just ask your partner, how are we? And by asking that question, you truly want to know the truth. And sometimes when we ask that question, there are things we bring up that there were some issues with. And we also bring up things that we liked, that we appreciate. But you're leaving the door wide open for anything and everything to enter when you ask that question. Because the idea is to know truth. Do you want to know the truth? Ask that question. How are we doing? I mean, really want to know. Or if you've gone through counseling or you're having some issues, then you might want to ask on a daily or every other day, how did we do today? How did we do today? Because it matters how we do today. Because if there's anything on your mind, if there's anything that's heavy on your heart, I want to know what that is because I want to grow with you. I don't want to grow apart from you. I want to lean in and be even closer to you. I want us to be together. I want us to be tight. I don't want just peace in my home. I don't want just calmness in my home. I don't want just the quietness in my home. I don't want just there's no chaos or there's no conflict in my home. I want real peace. The real peace, because we know the realness of each other. But that's through conversation. It's through communicating. I want the real peace, not the fake peace, where you've hidden the drama, where you've hidden how you truly feel, how you've hidden the conflict that you're not sharing with me. I don't want the fake peace. I want you to want the real peace. The one that you worked for. The one that you put yourself all in for. That's the real peace. The one that you've taken the time to have those real hard conversations that sometimes may have stuck you deep, may have cut you, but you healed. You want that real peace. The peace that you can stand on that's solid. That's the real peace. Not the peace because you beating your chest and you don't even know the real story. Not the fake peace. I'm talking about the real peace. But if you have somebody, because I'm just telling you, there's a lot of 85% who actually said that they are one of those people who are conflict avoidance. And like I shared with you, I was one. I was one of those people. I didn't like it, but I found myself in that place. But even that, if you one of those people just avoiding conflict, I promise you, I promise you, you're doing nobody any good. Not yourself, not your relationship. I don't care how you smile. I don't care how you dress. I don't care how you hold hands. I don't care how you sit there in the stillness of being together. I don't care how you show up for the family. I don't care how many kids you have, how many babies you have. There's a silence of a cry. There's a silence of pain. There's a silence of disappointment. There's a silence of conflict that you have stored that you haven't yet released. Because we can be out here in the physical doing everything that we're supposed to do that looks like and act like that our relationship is good, it's solid, it's strong. But at the same time, you don't have that peace, that real peace that requires real conversation. Because we shy from that. You know we do. We shy from that as people. We shy from real conversation because we never know where it's going to go. And we're intimidated. You might say, I was having a great day till we had this conversation. But even though you had a great day till you had the conversation, but you walked away knowing more than what you knew when you sat down or when you started the conversation. And if there's something that needs to be told, you need to know. That's period. So peace is a beautiful thing. Peace is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But don't be fooled by the peace you think you have. Don't be fooled. Because I'm telling you, if you think you're in this perfect relationship, never any conflict, no disruption, it's the greatest. He just loves me, I can't do no wrong. Or he or she just loves me, he can't do any wrong. And I'm just telling you something wrong with that picture. Are you really communicating? And if someone asked you for your honesty, what would you say? If someone asked you to just be honest, could you be honest? Because see, some of us can't be honest. It's that intimidation of, but what if I tell the truth? But I'll be more concerned of what would happen if you don't tell the truth. Remember, conflict is the bridge to understanding. Don't you want to be understood? Don't you want to be heard? Don't you want to matter, valued? Then you need to be heard. Ask. Ask. But be willing to accept what you're told. Be willing. Be open. Don't be on the defense waiting for something just lurch out after you know. You go in, you ask with heart. You ask with heart. Because a lot of us hear, but we don't listen. We don't listen. 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 And if you feel like you're sharing, and you feel like, because it's not a place of comfort for you, and you feel like you're overwhelmed, like it's might even taking your breath away, take a moment, take a pause, breathe, and on the opposite end, if you feel like this sharing has gotten you aroused, and you feel that you're getting overheated, pull back, take a moment. Take a moment, regroup, because it's not about the attack. You didn't come to attack. You came to be heard. Take a moment, because if you're on the attack, nobody's listening, because they're too busy watching you. But you want to be heard. So your mannerism, your tone, again, it matters. Eye contact. But more importantly, tell your truth. Be honest. Be transparent. I challenge you to do that. Whether it's with the significant others, whether it be with someone, I want to challenge you. Because truth matters. You may think you have the best relationship. It may not necessarily be a significant other or a spouse, or it could be even a child. It could be, because I had to ask my son, and I did in one of the episodes. Tell me, what did I do? I really want to know. But I had to be willing to accept what he told me. So who do you know you can ask that you've been wanting to ask to tell their truth to you? That's your assignment. Because it's all about the realness of the peace in which you strive and which you want in a relationship with whomever. You want the realness of it. And the only way to get that I'm talking about the only way. It requires, it's a must of truly real conversation. Real conversation. Again, we're lousy in relationship, but we just want to get better. We want to get better. So here's a way to start with somebody you choose. And if you think you all got this great relationship, great place to start. See how great it really is. But truly when you ask and say, I truly want honesty. Nothing but honesty. I hope this has been some information that can be useful to you. I hope it's information that can be insightful, good feeding. We need people. We need to just get better. Peace. Not the fake peace. Not the watered down peace. We want to strive for the real peace. The real peace. That's what we want. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Share this with somebody that you think could benefit from this conversation. Please do. If you have not yet subscribed or followed, please do so. And follow me. If you like this conversation, this episode, click the like button. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And I know people give me comments, and I appreciate your comments. But I am asking that you would also please leave your comments on my page. And not only those comments will be a blessing to me, but they're also a blessing to those that are reading it. I thank you because you continue to support me. You continue to encourage me. And I thank you for making this journey much easier than I even expected, because I know I've done a lot of episodes, but it's only because of you that I'm able to keep doing these episodes. Letter writing is still part of my season 3. I encourage, I ask, what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about? Write to me, char@shareitwithcharlotte.com. Write to me. Good, bad, and different, it doesn't matter. And I always say no subject is off the table. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And I just thank you. God bless you.